The more than 200 red light cameras right now in North Texas may soon be coming down for good. For more than a year now, the I-Team has been reporting on issues with these red light cameras, from cities failing to do required engineering studies to inconsistent enforcement. Investigative reporter Brian New joins us with what state lawmakers say is the solution for all of the issues. What do they say, Brian?
Yeah, Doug, so there have been bills that have been filed that would address those engineering studies, as well as other bills that would prevent counties from withholding vehicle registration for unpaid tickets. But the state bill that's gaining the most traction in Austin is the one that would outright ban red light cameras altogether.
Every day at hundreds of intersections across North Texas, drivers are caught on camera, then hit with a $75 fine.
Right now, all Texans are subject to a gross violation of due process with red light cameras.
Texas Senator Pat Fallon says these cameras are unconstitutional and need to go, which is why the Republican lawmaker has filed a bill that would take the teeth out of red light camera citations and would prevent cities in the future from signing contracts with vendors.
This is going to eliminate red light cameras.
Yes, thankfully. Yes, power to the people in due process.
Over in the House, Representative Jonathan Stickland has also filed a red light camera bill. His bill, a complete ban, effective immediately.
This has kind of hit a crescendo from the grassroots, from left and right. That's what makes it a fun issue. It's not really Republican or Democrat. This is about good public safety and protecting people's rights.
In the past, attempts to ban red light cameras in Texas have failed. But with more than 100 lawmakers already signed on to Stickland's bill, along with the governor's public support for a ban, many lawmakers say this will be the year the cameras are taken down.
Red light cameras, if removed, are removing a tool from our ability to address health and safety needs within our communities.
The CBS 11 I-Team sat down with nearly a half dozen police chiefs and city managers whose cities have red light cameras. All say banning them would be a mistake.
Our city is safe because of those cameras, or safer because of those cameras. The cameras have worked as far as I'm concerned.
I believe the absolute opposite. I'm coming at this not only from a constitutional standpoint, but a public safety standpoint.
In a recent study from Case Western Reserve University that examined traffic accidents from Texas cities over a 12-year period, researchers found no evidence of a reduction in total accidents or injuries due to red light cameras. In fact, the study found rear-end accidents actually increased.
We've not seen that at all. As I indicated, we've seen a decline in the number of citations, as well as a decline in the number of motor vehicle accidents.
Police chiefs told the I-Team the most dangerous types of accidents, T-bone collisions, have gone down at the intersections in their cities where cameras have gone up.
The common denominator here is health and safety. It would actually save us money to get rid of the red light camera program, if we were to be quite frank.
That's true. For Bedford, the I-Team found in 2 of the past 3 years, the city of Bedford lost money from its red light camera program. But Bedford is the exception. Every other North Texas city with cameras, according to state records, made money. Even after expenses and after giving the state its half of the profits, the city of Dallas made $1.9 million last year from its red light camera program. Fort Worth made even more, pocketing $2.4 million last year. And no city in Texas made more than Plano, a profit of $2.6 million.
This is a way they can raise revenue and have been able to manipulate the system. And so many of them are fighting all the way to the end because it's about the dollars for them.
So we have created this interactive map on our website with all 221 red light camera locations. Here, not only can you see where they're at, but if you click on them, over here you can read how many accidents have occurred at those intersections, as well as how much these cities have collected last year in fines. Doug, last year, the 23 cities here in North Texas collected a total of $47 million in fines.
So it's a lot of money. So let's start with the first and obvious question. What do they do with the money? Do we have any idea?
Yeah, so by law, these cities are supposed to put them towards a traffic safety program. Now, that could be paying for overtime for officers to run traffic. Some cities, though, told us that they simply put it into the general fund.
Yeah, so the other question I have is, based on what little I know about this, most cities have a vendor, right, for the cameras. They don't own the cameras themselves. They farm it out. So what I have to imagine, there are contracts there. If I'm a vendor and I've put in 100 cameras in your city, what happens to the money you owe me?
Yeah, and a lot of these contracts are 10, 15 years. Stickland says that he doesn't think that's going to be an issue if they ban it. But Fallon says that's why he thinks his bill is better, because he says his bill takes away the city's ability to enforce it, but technically it allows these cities to keep up with their contracts.
Well, after this long, it doesn't seem the push is going anywhere, no matter what the result is here, right? So they keep pushing and pushing. All right, we'll see. Brian, thanks for the insight. We do appreciate it. If you have something for Brian or the I-Team to investigate, you can write them a note anytime. They are there for you. Email them. Address iteam@cbs.com.